Hello, everyone! Welcome to Crypt Creatures on the Fabled 42 Network. My name's Anne. I'm the DM of this game. It's pretty much the era post-Evil won this giant war, and that's all we know for now. And that's all I've written so far for now. I'm just kidding. But I've got my players here, and they're going to introduce themselves and a little smidge about their character. We'll start with you, Lander.
Hey, everyone calls me Butters or Balder. I'm going to be playing a Lander, a purple tiefling. You can see my horns. If my green screen wasn't being shitty, I need to upgrade my setup just a little bit. If you want to check out my art, you can check out my Instagram at @stickybutter. And then I'm going to be playing a monster hunter ranger who kills monsters for money. That's about it. Take it away, Nate.
What is happening, you guys? My name is Nate. You can find me on Instagram at calling_hours. That's it. I'm mostly a shut-in. I am playing Dutch, who is a halfling bard, as you can see. That is all I've got. I'll pass it over to Toddle.
Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Mackenzie. I go by Mascot on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I am playing Toddle. Toddle is a rock gnome artificer with a specialty in alchemy, who likes to hoard a lot of things and is, all around crazy, fun-loving dude. So, I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing that today. We're continuing on episode 2. And before we begin, I just want to announce, if you do !critical, we will have dice giveaways soon coming towards the break. So I just wanted to pre-prep the stream for whoever is available. Once we head around break time, that will be when our dice giveaway begins.
Yay!
Sponsored by Critical Dice, I believe.
Free stuff. We love that.
Yay!
All right, so welcome everyone. Welcome back. Where we left off, you guys have completely confiscated this mirror. I believe a blanket was thrown over it to blind it, and it did work temporarily, but looks like a hole was burnt through the blanket, and it caught the gaze of all three of them, Lander, Dutch, and Toddle. However, Lander was unaffected by its gaze. It seemed to latch on to Dutch and Toddle. Right now, they seem to feel like they're in a trance. So they seem like everything's normal, but all of a sudden the sound kind of cuts out all around them. And all they see is like kind of a dark reflection of themselves through this mirror. And they're frozen solid. Whereas Lander, he's seeing this happen on the outside. Everything seems pretty normal to him. However, it looks like there are two dark, kind of ghostly hands with claws reaching for Dutch and Toddle's throats very slowly.
Cool.
What would
Protection
you like to
from
do?
good and evil, baby.
Okay.
I am going to.
Shit, where are my dice?
I think I'm going to do the tried and true, and I'm going to attempt to stab them.
Ooh.
Ew. The arms?
Yes.
Sweet.
Oh, okay.
With my non-magical weapon. No, I'm going to kill my party members. I'm going to stab Dutch in the chest. That's my solution.
This is an evil dominant game. I don't know.
The end.
16. And then I'm going to add my strength. So it's plus. Where's my fucking. I fucking hate Handy Beyond. So with one of my short hordes, it's a +5, 21.
That hits.
Sweet. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to swing with my other sword.
Okay.
But let me roll damage for the first one. Alright, so that's 5 damage on the first swing. And the next swing is a 17.
Okay.
Alright. And I got 8 damage on that one.
Sweet. Okay.
Coming in hot, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which arm are you aiming for? Or are you aiming for both?
I am aiming one for each. 2 swords. Just go. Whoosh.
Okay. It looks like... Okay, so you come and you swing down. The first arm that I would assume Dutch is the closest one to you. It's right as it starts to, like, Dutch, I don't think you feel it, but you can see the claws kind of trickle up the neck and start to puncture through his skin, but you get there just in time, and it seems like you break this arm in half. The part of the arm that's connected to the mirror kind of gets sucked back in really quickly, whereas the other part of it just sort of dissipates into like a cloud of ash. And Dutch, you're out of the trance.
Oh, sweet. Thank you, sir.
Whereas Toddle, same distance, it's about to grab his throat. However, when you attack it, it does buckle back a little bit, but then starts to turn towards you, Lander. So it's going to try to... Go ahead and make a Constitution save. And let me find my dice. Where did they go? I am not
just got the
prepared.
magic number, baby.
Natural 1?
First one already.
Damn it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, fucking...
Thank you.
Nothing happens to you. So the arm is going to reach, but you're just kind of just side-eye it and kind of lean to the side, and it's going to completely miss you. But it's going to make the arm vulnerable to you now. If you want to attack it, you can, if anyone does. It's going to try to collect itself for the next couple of seconds. While I find my dice. What the
Real quick, where are we?
Fuck,
we
I
were
forgot.
carrying the mirror and walking, like we were walking back to where we were coming from, the town.
No. We just found it. And
We
stopped it
we
for...
were in the clearing. We threw the blanket over it. Lander, in an infinite wisdom, big brain, pro gamer move, tries to smite the thing with his sword, burns a hole in it, which then entrances Toddle and I.
Right.
Of which we have just now broken free.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, and just to be clear, I didn't take damage for attacking the arms?
No.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay.
Love that.
So
Love
can attack it. Yeah, since I'm out of spell slots, I'll swing again. Does a 7 hit?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. See, I whiff it.
Yeah.
What is Toddle's status currently? Is
Toddle is still in trance right now. Can't hear anything. Can only see his own reflection. Doesn't really know what's happening, but is standing there.
I'm gonna take a swing at this hand as well.
Okay.
Let's see.
Go for it. Y'all, where did I put my dice, though? For real? I never take it off my desk. I don't understand.
I have some of the dice you gave me.
Fuck! Alright, well.
I've got extra.
Yeah, let me just hop over to the Bay Bridge. Pick them up real quick.
We'll go dice shopping.
I can go.
And
At
does not
critical
need more
dice.
I'll go get them. I'll go get them in it. What'd you roll?
A 20.
Oh shit! Yeah, that hits.
Beautiful.
While you roll damage, I'll be right back, fam. I am the DM who forgot their dice today.
That's cool. That's cool. I have my dice. Oh my gosh! I hope we get good rolls. This dice has been really good to me. So good rolls. Good rolls. No ones. No ones.
I don't have a dice jail currently.
We need to buy some dice accessories.
Hi. No, don't be like fucking GW. Dice jail is...
No, I like it.
It's dumb.
Dice jail's cool.
Totally a real thing.
No.
Dice jail's cool.
100% real.
I also like the little like slide thing where you roll the dice down the slide.
Look, I have one set, and I generally use it, and then if I need something else, I'll whip out, one of these guys. But 9 times out of 10, I'm just using them for, +1/+1 counters. Because
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Thanks for the subscription, the Nordic
Yo,
Geek.
yo.
Hey.
Oh, we got a sub, bitches.
25 months in a row.
That's awesome.
Thank you for being part of the family.
Yeah, and for anyone watching who hasn't joined our Discord yet, definitely consider joining Fable 42's Discord. It's awesome. We're all in there talking all the time about everything.
Yeah. See, look, just give him a fucking spa. That's all you need. Be nicer to your dice people.
The beatings will continue until rolls improve.
Pretty much.
Look, I only approve consensual beatings, all right?
And I have rolled damage. Damage is 5.
Okie doke. That's it.
That's it. I'm
I'm just wondering.
What do you want from me?
No, that's good, actually. Okay, what are you hitting with?
I'm hitting with my dagger, so I'm gonna just reach out and try and, with
Straight
the
through?
business. Yeah.
Okay. And you do that, right kind of in the joint of the elbow. Yeah. So the arm kind of reaches back, kind of jerks around, and then the whole thing kind of dissipates into ash. And Toddle is broken from his trance.
Holy shit. Does anybody else have another blanket we can throw over this thing?
Oh, are you muted?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was like, broke out of the trance, and then, yes, gives you my blanket. Here. It just, like, grabs my golf bag thing, and it's gonna be like a clown hand where he's just like, until it's all done, and he gives it to you.
Like a magician pulling scars out of his sleeve.
That's the theme. That's gonna be the theme of today. It's just like, magician magic. Yeah.
So this should not fit inside this bag. I wonder what kind of magic bag this is.
Oh boy!
I've never seen the like before.
This, I am definitely making one of my infusions a bag of holding, so I need one of those for being an artificer, so.
I need one of those.
If Anne allows it.
Yeah, if you can make it, fucking make it.
Little asterisks. If Anne allows it.
We gotta get this blanket over this thing. I'm gonna throw this blanket over it. I'm gonna tie a little more rope around it and try and secure this thing.
Okay.
Does that affect anything?
You don't see anything. You don't see anything crazy happen. But yeah, I mean, it's just there. It feels like a normal mirror. There's usually, I think Lander would be the only one, and maybe Dutch too. As soon as you come out of that trance, you'll notice it was emitting this kind of vibration out into the air around you guys. But as soon as that blanket's over it, the air is kind of normal and clear. You then, once you do, all three of you do notice how eerily quiet it is in this area. When you're hearing birds and wildlife before, and the kind of wind blowing through all the trees in this plain area, now it's just dead silence. There's no wildlife here.
Too quiet. Oh, Jesus. Can I investigate the edge of the clearing? Just want to, like, glance around.
Smat, go ahead and roll investigation.
12.
Sorry for my notifications, you guys. I don't know how to silence all of them. A 12 is pretty good. I mean, it looks like there might be like a herd of what you think might be kind of like elk or like a larger deer type creature, and it seems to be a group of them on the far end of this plain. So the farthest point from you, pretty close to the tree line. It looks like they might be investigating this plain area now that they don't feel like this presence here anymore. Otherwise, seems pretty chill. All the trees are pretty normal, similar to redwood trees, but a lot wider, a lot larger. You do notice the lightness in this area starts to darken a little bit over time, because these trees are tall enough to totally cover your vision of the sky. And it seems like that illusion is slowly fading away from this area. And you do notice where you guys entered from, which was kind of almost like a corridor of willow trees with a bunch of hanging Spanish moss kind of framing that whole area. It looks just the same as when you first saw it.
Okay.
Is it bad time
So-
to take a nap?
Yeah, probably.
I would not recommend that, sir. How is everyone doing healing wise? I have a spell slot, so if you guys need
Lander points to the multiple stab wounds.
Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and clear you up, buddy. Hang on.
Send help.
No need to use your healing bells. I will use a spell.
Healing spells. What? I don't have those. You think I'm the type of ranger to pick up healing spells? I have detect magic and hunter's mark. All right, I got more important shit to like zone of truth. You know that's totally important in a fight.
Very important. We leave it to me. I got it. Let's do cure wounds on Lander, please.
All right, do it. What does your cure wounds look like?
Evocation.
No, like
1d8 plus 4 hit points.
flavored wise, I think is what he was trying to ask.
Oh, flavor wise.
Flavor Town.
So
Sorry, yes. What's coming?
So he's wearing a hat, right? It's like a little, like, think Legend of Zelda, like, pointy little hat, right? That's, right now, Toddle's wearing one of those hats. It's like a little black hat that has a little point that comes kind of down. Right now, he's all cloaked up and bundled up, so you can't really see his body. I just look like a big poof. You can't even really see his smile.
Okay.
So, like, up, just kind of see his eyes, and he's just kind of like, But he's got a hat on, and he's got, like, this big cloak. And, I'm gonna take off my hat, exposing my white, fluffy hair, and pull into the hat, and just like pocket sand on Lander, and that's gonna be your cure wounds.
Cute.
So, let me
Glitter
see.
bomb.
Yeah, pretty much like pocket sand it. So just like, hey, wait, so I got a good one. So I'm like Lander, what's that over there? Like very seriously, what's that over there? And you're like, no, pocket sand, and like throw it on him. And then you're like, cure wounds. Okay, so let me roll a d8, please.
Cool.
3 plus 4?
7.
Yeah. I'm hoping that's correct. Your spellcaster ability modifier equal to your d8. Yes.
7 points of heal.
Yes. So you got 7 points heal.
Nice.
Nice.
I hope that helps.
Nice.
It's better than where I was.
What about you, Lander? Just like, actually, I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna like just side eye and just be like, or not Lander,
Dutch?
Dutch. Yeah. Just like I'm holding my hat, just like Toddle's like ready to like throw it, but like I'm waiting for your response.
No way I can get some of that without getting sand.
I wouldn't recommend this method.
Coughs out glitter.
I'll take what I can get. All right, Toddle, hit me.
I take it out, like, whoo, put it in the palm of my hand, whoo, and let me see what you get. 8 plus 4, there you go, woo.
Hey, baby.
Got you good. Willow!
Good boy appears.
Oh,
Willow!
A wild good girl.
full health.
Little girl.
He's a good. Every time we get heals, we get some Willow.
Oh, and I have my dog with me too. We have dog time.
Every one of us has dog.
Mine's mad at me. I brushed her hair earlier, so she's like, "Don't come near me.
Oh.
You are not my friend." I was happy with all that fucking matted hair.
Yeah, Willow.
That's how I
doesn't
like it.
Willow is not a big fan of being brushed either. It's weird. Oh my gosh, it's Z.
Big Z, everybody, and she's No, very fluffy right now. She's getting a haircut in a week.
I like her as a poof.
I need to fucking
Cloud.
make an appointment for Bella too. Hey, you guys want to like just forget the campaign? Let's just
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about our
we're talking
for
about
2 hours?
dogs. Yeah.
My bad.
No, it's the best conversation.
It was the mirror was stressful, so we can
Yeah,
get
the
into
mirror
that.
was stressful. And like grasping hands and centipedes and like being pulled to the ground in quicksand, and we've gotten a lot already in just two.
I mean, I had to use my holy water, so even when I get my spell slots back, no fucking protection for good and evil for me.
Yes, that could be a
Oh,
problem.
actually, cure wounds.
What?
I think I have 2. Okay, so I used 2 spell slots.
Given that the sun kind of exists only as a figment of our imagination in this realm, is there any... What time is it?
Right now, it's about
Yeah.
like late afternoon.
Okay.
So, which is unusual because when you first reached the line of where the trees are, it was like early in the morning. So,
Well, they said it was like half a day's trip,
yeah.
but then like all of a sudden it was like,
Yeah, that's what I was kind of picturing too, was that it was like kind of like in a flash, things changed.
Yeah, that mirror kind of warped time a little bit.
Ooh.
Not for
All right.
nothing, but I got a hot date with an elf chick if we can get this mirror back. So is anybody down to head pack this show on the road?
yeah,
who's carrying
Xander or Lander's going to like tie some rope to like make like a little, like you can just drag it, like 2 of us just pulling the rope.
Okay, sounds good.
Or 3.
No. I'm gonna ride on the mirror.
All right, so you guys are moving out, but which are you going back the way you came?
Please, for the love of God, yes.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
No? You have another proposal, Lander?
Well, there's that giant bat corpse that's going to be in the way, and there's probably going to be more.
We gotta get this thing back to that sketchy tavern in the woods, though.
All right. Let's go. Back the way we came.
All right, onward. Who's leading and who's in the rear? Lack of better words.
I mean, I guess I'm leading despite probably being like the worst tank.
And Dutch is sitting on the mirror.
Yeah, I'm cruising along.
Wait, you were serious about that?
100%.
Oh, no. Lander goes to push the mirror. You're sitting on it. He pulls out one of his daggers and is like, would you like to reconsider that decision?
I would very much like to reconsider my position. I've done that, and I've decided that I'm gonna walk.
Okay.
All right, so Dutch and Toddle follow behind. As you approach the willow trees, I mean, when you enter, I don't know, it doesn't seem that much different, actually. There is still a little bit of light that's pooling through, but you do see about 120 feet or so in front of you. It's just darkness, just like before. But you can just head on in. Anything you want to do while you're walking through this corridor?
Is there anything I can fucking do? Well, I kind of busted on resources. No, I think I'm good.
Cool.
Walking through a corridor. Can I do an investigation of the corridor, please?
Yes. Roll for investigation.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna be kind of thinking about what it is, and then take a little do a little one of these on the wall, and then lick it and be like. But
Taste
it was for
no
naught.
sap.
Please, Anne, describe what I am tasting with my two.
The base of the willow tree.
Yeah.
It is earthy, kind of sweet. What's funny is there's no dust on it. There's It was actually a pretty clean lick. Almost like this tree just grew here, even though
Just grew?
it seems like, I mean, it feels like, you know, if something's sitting out for a long time, it would collect a bunch of like dust and shit like that. It has none of it. But you can tell by the roots and the size of these trees that these things are thousands of years old.
I'm just sitting in amazement that he licked a tree. Go like glance over at Lander. This dude's with you?
He
Yeah, right.
does things in his own way.
Okay, and you were the one singing in the woods while we were walking along a very foggy path, and I'm gonna get called out for my intelligence. Okay.
It's called a hype song.
You don't do that in a woods of nothingness.
Oh, you absolutely do.
No. And then what happened? The big giant bat came after us. And I nearly, died.
We're all here. It's gonna be a great story.
This isn't gonna happen again. And we're both kind of short, so we're just like two little dudes just yelling at each other and pointing fingers at each other.
Alright, I want to get my ass back to this tavern as fast
Pronto.
as humanly possible.
Okay, do you want to be stealth? You're about to enter the darkest part of this wood now. The fog is starting to set in again, just like before. Did you want to walk stealthy-like and a little slower, or do you want to just haul ass?
What do you guys think?
Would it benefit us at all to have like torches or lights or anything like that? Like, would that give us any range at all in sight?
A little bit, yeah.
I have
Okay.
dark vision.
I also have dark vision.
Okay, I
That's-
am.
Are you human?
He's halfling,
Yeah.
so
Is that like the only other one that doesn't get dark vision?
yeah. Yep. Yes, it is.
Okay.
I have an idea.
You know what?
How about you just hold on to the rope and we'll just walk and guide you?
Okay, so here's the deal. We're all hanging onto the rope so as not to get separated, dragging this mirror along, like old school buddy system kindergarten
Yes.
when you cross the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're not going to run into anything because we're not going to let you. But I totally let his face get smacked by a couple branches.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I have a funny way of picturing this. So we'll have
1 point of smacking damage.
smackage. So why don't we have Dutch up at the front, and we'll also I want to give Dutch, if he wants it, a torch so he can lead the way with the torch. We'll have Lander in the middle, and then we'll have me coming up the Tuttle coming up the rear. So it'll be really funny. It'll be two little ones, and then normal sized Lander, and we're pulling this mirror.
Sounds good. Marching order is set. And you're
Cool.
going,
Wait. Can I?
pretty quiet. Can you
I
what?
would like to cast Mage Hand and Light.
Ooh, okay.
And just have Mage Hand. So cast Light on the Mage Hand. And
Okay.
just have the glowing Mage Hand throwing up the horns about 30 feet in front of me. And guiding the way. Sort of like clearing. My hope here is that if there is anything in the woods, that they'll go after the Mage Hand that's like glowing in front of us, and we'll just be quietly bringing up the rear.
Okay, as you do this, you launch this, I would say it's like this big around. This freaking hand signal. It's going forward, and it's kind of pushing itself through this fog. So the fog is kind of buckling out of the way. It dissipates once it hits something dark and tall. But as the light kind of fuses out, you just see two red, bright, glowing eyes 30 feet in front of you. And then it's back to darkness.
We thinking hide? I'm thinking hide.
Can we just go around it? Is that a possibility? I really don't. I
Yeah,
really
with the
don't want to
giant. How are we gonna? Okay, how are we gonna hide with the big ass fucking mirror? And then
And he sees you. He's standing there and he's staring at you.
Can we point the mirror at it? Like, let the mirror do the work?
So help me.
Yeah, because the mirror is totally gonna fucking help us.
No, absolutely not. I'm going to use my
Worth a
mage
try.
hand and politely wave.
Oh, no.
There's nothing that good manners can't get you in this world.
I am going to draw my bow.
As the light waves at this creature, you don't see its shape. You just see these pretty wide eyes, and you see it looks like you can see in pretty intense detail the pupils. They seem to look like a goat's pupil, so they're just looks like a little
Vertical
symbol.
slip. Yeah.
But otherwise it's completely black. But you do see it lift its arm in front of you, and in its hands or its claws is that girl that you saw at the bar, the little girl.
Oh.
Her eyes are closed. She's holding her up by her scalp, and she has a tuft of blonde fur, and it's caked in blood.
That. Where's the bread basket that she had with her?
You don't see it.
Fuck. I was really hoping for snacks in a time like this.
I was thinking the same thing. But anyway, wow. So
Lander's gonna sigh and be like, God, I hate working for free. And then he's gonna draw a bow, knock it, and fire.
All right, roll to hit.
Yes.
With
Go off, King.
with advantage, since he's like
Oh, sweet.
just standing there.
Oh, okay.
Surprise attack.
All right. Sweet. I got a 3 and a 4.
Oh no.
Oh, great. So they both whiff. I say you underestimate, I guess, the shape of this creature, and you just see kind of it go through both arrows just kind of shoot through the darkness. As this happens, the creature starts to duck back into the darkness. He closes his eyes so you can no longer see him. The last thing you see is just the face of this little girl just being pulled into the dark.
Is there any? Can I like roll to investigate? Is the girl alive?
Yeah, you can roll to investigate.
All right.
I want to start. I'm gonna take the. Do we have rope? Do we have like rope or anything like that? Anyone know?
Everyone should have
Like a
a
rope
thing of
like
rope.
object?
Yeah. Someone's using theirs for the mirror, but
Mine is.
We're using double rope
Yeah,
because there's one holding all the stuff and another one like swung around so that we can have the dragging rope.
So, Toddle, if you have a rope, that's yours to use. I used my blanket and my rope to try and cover the mirror.
I know I used my blanket. Oh wait, but did I use my blanket?
I think we used all the blankets to cover the mirror.
Okay.
No, I didn't use mine. Did I?
Yeah, because you burned.
Oh, I did. Yes.
Jabroni.
Yabroni.
Okay. I am going to. I need to make a rope of some kind, and what I'm thinking is I want to lasso. So I want to lasso it and throw it and see if it's possible if I can pull
Sorry,
girl
you
out.
try to lasso the corpse
Yes.
of this girl back?
Yes, I am.
The maybe corpse, my investigation was 5, so I assume that doesn't give me anything.
Nope. Toddle, go ahead and roll 2 things. Actually, no, just roll acrobatics. for
Okay,
that
I have a
lasso
+2.
trick.
Oh, is there no rodeo modifier? Okay.
14.
You have to have a cowboy hat. 14 total.
Yes.
Okay, so you throw something and it appears to grab hold of something in the darkness, and you pull it tight, and it looks like it's stuck to the ground. It's strong, but you grab something, you don't know what it is. You can't see it.
Okay. I'm gonna do like a cute little thing in the movies where like it's like he's holding on and like my gravity starts giving way, so I like find 2 rocks and like kind of am doing like one of these like moves where his feet are up and he's trying to pull. He's a small little guy, so he's like trying to pull like this and just not having much success.
All right. Well, actually, roll a strength. Let's see how much
Okay.
success you have.
Okay, let's do that. I think.
I was hoping for like a 1 or a 20.
I know. Yeah, 6. Nothing.
6, no. Like you're tugging and it is just, it's
Not
in
given.
there. It's not
Yeah.
given.
Do we know what it's attached to? Do we know that it's attached to this creature? Or it's just like hooked on something.
It's hooked on something.
All right. I'm gonna
Not
follow
Phoenix.
the rope.
Not
I'm gonna keep my hand on the rope and
Phonics.
walk along it
Okay.
into the mist and try and see what's going on up here.
All right. You still have your light active, so it's still
Yep.
waving. So you're going through. You're traveling through. Very slowly. The Toddle is still tugging at the back, and Lander is kind of holding his bow in a stance. You pull yourself towards the light, and then through it, and then past it. It's getting a little bit darker. And then you start to feel around the end of the rope, and it's just attached to a stump.
Yeah.
Thanks, DM.
Guys,
I'm not gonna.
you're seeing things.
I'm gonna have Toddle like keep pulling, like he can't see. He's like still pulling at it, still pulling at it.
But Dutch, as you're sitting there, kind of like hand on this, on the stump, it's cold. It looks like it's been chopped down or whatever, like maybe 100 or so years ago. You feel a cold breath on the back of your neck.
Oh no.
I'm just like waiting for the part where you're like, roll for initiative.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Ooh. I would like to turn the lights out.
Okay.
And is there anything? Is there like, we're in this like wood? Is there a tree that I can hide it under or behind, or any kind of cover that I can take?
Yeah. From here, I mean, it's pretty foggy, but the sky kind of stuns you. I mean, halfway through. I guess it's still dark. But your eyes have adjusted by now. If you go along either side of the corridor, you can hide around or behind any of these willow trees. You can climb it if you want.
I'm gonna go and try and hide behind one of the willow trees and just try to keep my eyes in the general direction of where this all occurred.
Okay. And Toddle and Lander, as far as you know, Dutch just disappeared into the darkness.
Okay.
So I'm going to light a torch, and then I'm gonna throw it off to like my right as far as I can.
Okay.
But as I throw it, I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy, make it really bright, and then make the sound of someone running underneath it, and then stumbling and falling.
Okay. Cool. Go and roll strength for how far this goes.
19.
Okay. That's really good. So
+2, so 21.
okay, so you throw it as far as you can. I would say you can throw like, you're athletic, right? 60 feet, I'll say, or something like that. Is 60 feet far? Anyway, so you do throw it, and I say you extend the thaumaturgy to a little bit further. So this even, because it's dark, but Dutch, you do see this happen, and you will assume it's from Lander, because it's a torch being thrown, you can see it. But yeah, it sounds like someone stumbling and running down this corridor. But you don't see what happens. It does have an effect on the creature, but you don't know what it is because you can't see it.
Okay. That's about the biggest brain move I can do right now because I'm out of spells. I'm just going to notch my bow and hold my action for when I can see the creature, and when I can, I'm just going to shoot at it.
Okay.
All right, Toddle, Dutch, it's on you guys now.
Yes, okay.
Does the creature have a physical form?
Maybe.
We don't
Who
know,
knows?
right?
Well, roll. Any of you can roll survival or history to see if this thing
Ooh.
reminds you of anything.
I'm rolling history.
Okay.
15.
Plus 7.
Oh, my survival is 24.
Oh, actually, 15 plus 3, 17. Or 18. I can do math.
18,
I swear.
24, and Todd, what'd you
19.
get? 19. Oh, so you all know of, there's a few different creatures, like, that you've heard of, I guess. And the one that seems to be the massless one with red eyes, like you've seen, is similar to a Wendigo. And they live in the woods. So when you see this, and once you've sit and like kind of digested the horrific scene you just witnessed, that comes to mind, and that's the closest thing you can think of it might be.
Can you repeat what the creature is again? I'm sorry.
Wendigo.
Or what it meant.
A Wendigo, yeah. So a forest demon,
Oh,
essentially.
got it. Okay, cool. Ooh, okay.
So creepy. I think out of all of you guys, the ones who would know more about the fable of the Wendigo is probably Lander and Toddle. But Dutch, you rolled hella high, so maybe like you were traveling one day and then you met another creature who told you about
Some
this.
mysterious tales of this thing.
Yeah. So what you do know of
Yikes.
it, and what like people talk about, is that there is only one that exists. So actually finding this entity here, in this time, in this place, is like incredibly rare. But the people who have faced it, only like a handful of people have survived.
Oh, shit. Anonymous just dumped a bunch of shit.
Whoa!
Hey!
Hey-o!
Very nice. Very
Alright.
nice.
Mwah.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
weird anonymous person.
Weird.
Do you want to give, if you want to give one advantage, free advantage for these guys, or me, you can decide.
She didn't need it.
Anyway.
You
But
already got.
I want to cast Speak with Animals.
okay.
Smart. Smart one. Good job,
So-
teammate.
right.
And in a bold move that is very uncharacteristic for Dutch, I am going to slightly introduce myself. Still from cover. I am not getting out from behind the log that I am under. It's like, hey, so just a couple of buds, and we're cruising through the woods. Just like scooch on by. We're just gonna make our way back to the way that we came. We're just trying to get out.
You actually hear a voice speak back to you. You don't know where it's coming from. You don't know. Usually it's like a bird or like a squirrel or something, like it'll appear and you can talk to it. You don't know what the Wendigo would sound like, or what this creature would sound like, but you hear a voice and it's unfamiliar to you. And it seems like it's speaking to you, but out of like 60 different mouths. And they're all kind of start a sentence at different times, but they finish the same thought. Like a colony of some sort. Deeper into the woods, though, behind you. And they respond. Hide from Wendigo. So confirms that it is a Wendigo.
Oh shit. Okay.
But it asks you.
It asks me?
Hide from Wendigo.
Yes.
And so, as you say yes, you feel kind of the ground move beneath you. You feel roots kind of grasping at your ankle and up your leg. And then it pulls you into the earth. Lander and Toddle, you don't see this, but...
I do have a question. When
Yes.
Dutch was speaking, could I discern his location?
Yes. Yeah. You know exactly where he is.
Okay.
And so Dutch, it pulls you in, and all you feel like, you think you're gonna like because you were almost just pulled into quicksand, so it might be a little triggering. So you think you need to hold your breath, but when you're pulled into the earth, into the darkness, which is not darkness, you feel like there's light still here, and you can breathe just fine. And you can kind of move, but kind of not. Like if you would reach it, it's pretty laborious, but it still looks like you're suspended in space. And then you look forward, and you hear the voices again. Hide from one day ago. Hide for and it starts to echo, but the echoing is becoming further and further away. And there's a tunnel of light that starts very small and starts to open up. And then you see an exit. But you don't know where it leads unless you walk through it. But panning back to Lander and Toddle, what are you guys doing?
So after hearing Dutch's voice, Lander's gonna, with his bow drawn, like slowly make over to the bush that he thinks he was in, and kind of like poke around. He's gonna try to do this as silently as possible.
Okay. You'd probably make it in time, like if you're heading over as soon as you hear his voice. You're gonna see the ground kind of stir, but then shut really tight. Like they were the roots of the willow tree.
I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy again, and this time make it sound like 3 people are running away from this spot in 3 different directions.
Okay. Which directions? So you're facing, because I'll give you kind of a map in your head because I don't have Tailspire set up yet. But use the corridor of these trees heads north. You guys are heading south, back down. And you're facing where Dutch was hiding, which is east.
So every direction except for south.
Okay. So 3 creatures, it looks like, just kind of run out. And you feel like almost in your hair a short gust of wind just right past you.
All right. I'm then gonna poke at the spot in the ground that I saw the earth move with my toe.
It's dirt.
Okay, cool.
Can I politely ask, with Speak with Animals still in effect, that whatever benevolent force drew me to safety, please collect my friends and bring them to me?
Yeah. And as you ask, Lander, you're just gonna feels like vines whipping around your ankle and start to grip you, and it's gonna start to pull you down into the earth.
Lander's gonna go to try and stab it with his arrow. Goes from knocking the bow to
roll damage for that, because it's not gonna try to defend
just
itself.
damage. I guess improvised weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you're rolling damage,
it is 2.
2. Well, a couple of the smaller roots kind of break up, but grab you again, and it's gonna pull you straight down.
Okay.
Toddle, you're sitting there, hands on the rope. Both of your friends just walk into the darkness, and they're standing alone. But you feel the same thing at your ankles too. You kind of grip around them and pull you into the earth. Mm-hmm. And you're both gonna end up kind of in the same suspended area of space, and you're gonna see Lander kind of almost the same distance where he was from you, but you can see him clearly now. And just you're not gonna hear anything because only Dutch can hear these voices, but you're gonna see a tunnel of light, the same one that Dutch saw open up before both of you.
I'm gonna call out to both Lander and Toddle and say, "You guys, it's the trees! The trees saved us! Did you feel it?"
Would we be able to hear that?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, otherwise I'll cast message. But okay, if we can hear that, then I'm just gonna petrified a little bit, but also just realizing that that's what's happening right now, and we're just gonna roll with it. Where did the creature go?
I thought you were asking me.
In general.
Dude, who
I mean,
cares? We're safe now.
I think I got it to run after nothing.
Cool.
Lander's also gonna look back and be like, "You still have the mirror, right?"
No.
No.
Hmm.
You guys didn't bring it?
Well, Tuttle was holding on when they got sucked in, but
Tyler, did you bring that mirror with you?
And did I bring that mirror with me?
Oh no, it was attached to a piece of rope. And it's in the middle of that same area where you were before. And you guys,
Cool.
if you through this tunnel, enters another part of this kind of willow tree corridor. But as far as location, you don't know where. You are nowhere near where you were.
Okay. So we're in this area of suspended animation, all three of us. The creature has gone. We are safe from harm for now, but
Yeah, and you see kind of
mirror
like an
has
archway door.
Okay.
And it's just
with light.
Yeah, with light, and it looks like it's just the willow tree
Okay.
path continuing.
hey,
And the
Dutch,
mirror stayed. Outside of this realm, so it's chilling just outside this realm.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Dutch.
Yes.
Sorry, you said the trees did this.
Yeah, man, they came up out of the ground.
Any chance your trees can move that mirror?
Let me see. DM, how much time has passed since I first spoke with them?
I would say like 8 minutes.
All right, I've got
6
2 minutes.
minutes.
I'm going to, again, very politely go. So not for nothing, really appreciate you saving us. Can't stress that enough. Couldn't possibly stress that enough. Really, it's very kind of you. There's just we had this mirror. Is there any chance that you could grab that for us?
And all you hear is the repeated cursed. Cursed, 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 cursed.
Yeah, guys, I know. That's not lost on me. It's just I got a big date riding on this.
I gotta get laid, guys.
Dude, please, I need something here. I really appreciate it. I'm super down to save the forest, down to save the tree frogs. I'm into it. Right? We're vibing. It's cool. I really need this mirror. It's really important.
You just hear silence. They won't do it.
Can I roll for persuasion?
Yes.
Alright. 17 with modifier is 23. I'm going to make one last plea. Just hopelessly. Please, for the love of God, I will do anything. I just need this mirror.
Oh my god, hold on 1 second. Roll charisma. And just another charisma check.
6.
Okay. Oh, sorry, 6?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's a pause. And then, by then, your communication with them has totally ended.
Shit.
You feel kind of, I don't know, like something kind of pushing you, or a force pushing you towards this light, until you finally exit this space or suspended area, wherever. And then if you look behind you, it's just a willow tree. There's nothing else there, and you're out of this realm. However, the ground starts to stir in front of you, and you see roots come up out of the ground, and you see glimpses of the mirror start to appear until the roots completely detach from it and the mirror is there before you. However, the roots that have carried it start to rot away and die.
I'm going to politely thank the woods, though they cannot hear me and I can no longer communicate with them. Do I roll the ground? Do I see Lander and Toddle at all?
Yeah, they were pushed out with you.
Okay, so we're Jesus Christ, that was weird, guys. Hey, it worked. We got the mirror.
Real quick, before the roots start dying, can I grab one of my daggers and like kind of do a butcher's knife action real quick to cut some off before they start completely withering away, and like grab some and like stuff it in a vial?
Totally.
Thank you.
Actually,
Very kind.
when you do that, the root does start to rot away in the vial and turn to ash. However, in place of the ash is a little seed pod.
Ooh, gimme. Take that as well.
Okie doke. Write that for my notes.
Thank you. Very kind DM.
Does Lander remember anything about magic trees or magic willow trees?
I don't know. Roll history.
Ollie, we
Nature. Roll nature. So that's a nature check.
DM, we're at where we're supposed to be from where the tavern guided us, right?
You don't know where you are.
Okay, but that map that they gave us at the tavern that had the willow tree on it, that was like this. We have reached
That's the
that
area.
goal.
Yeah.
Cool. Yay. Okay. Cool.
Hey, are we? Oh, sorry. We are back in where the tavern is.
No,
No.
we're out of the willow area.
Oh, okay. We're just like kind of back into the general woodsy area. I
Yep.
guess we don't know where the fuck we are. Can I? Sorry, Lander. You were doing an action. You were doing a history check.
Yeah, it was nature, which I got a +0, but thank God I rolled a 17, I think.
Yeah,
Sweet.
baby.
Good roll.
Yeah. So from your knowledge, and you're a ranger too, aren't you? So you probably know this. As far as you know, you don't know anything really about these willow trees. It seems to have sort of this enchanted entity about it, but in general, like, you don't know of any that can speak like that, especially if I don't know if you're aware what spell Dutch casted for speak with animals. Because he's spoken with animals before, I'm gonna assume that you assume he was using that spell. But it wouldn't respond with that spell. It was, and you have an inkling, like a gut feeling that it was something else that Dutch was talking to.
Okay, cool.
So you guys are out, and there's not as much fog in this area. But as far as sense of direction, totally skewed. Because where you guys are at now, what you were in before was like a corridor of these willow trees. Now you're just in kind of a pasture of them. So they're kind of sparse all over this area. The ground beneath you is full of roots, so it's hard to get through.
Go ahead.
Wait, so it's difficult terrain?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I had a thing for this. Features and traits. First bonus double, blah, blah. Nope.
I'm gonna do. Oh, I have something that I'm gonna do. So, Toddle's gonna like kind of announce to the group, be like, "Okay, so we've gotten lost numerous times. I'm gonna like take one of my daggers and like kind of cut like a X in the ground with, with the in the roots, and be like, here's like at least a starting point, like, so that way we stop getting lost if we or." I'm not sure if we're going the right direction, but this at least marks our spot where we came up from. And I'm gonna like try to do it pretty deep, so I'm gonna kind of carve it into the ground, so that way we at least.
Yeah, I'll just let you do it at the base of a root.
Okay.
And it's kind of opening into this area of the clearing. So if
Cool.
you were to walk in either direction, you would see it.
Cool. Yeah, so make it kind of a noticeable, and I'm gonna be like, okay, so that at least like points us in one. Since we don't have an archway anymore, that at least puts us in some kind of direction or away from. Anyway, we lost the creature. We need to. Well, we're trying to get the hell out of here, right? We're still trying to. The group consensus is get the hell out of here, and we have the mirror.
I don't get a date if we don't get that thing back.
Yes. Well, for all we know, we could have been just traveling in a hallucinogenic state this whole entire time. Walking in one direction doesn't seem to be working, and we keep running into enemies. So let's try to explore. Let's try to maybe.
Help me God if you say split up.
I'm not going to say split up. Absolutely not. No. In fact, I almost want to like chain us all together so we don't get lost. But
The rope method was a good method.
Yeah.
What's our like line of sight from this point? Like, how far can we see ahead of ourselves?
As far as you can. So max.
Okay. So we're kind of like we're out of the fog.
Yeah, you're out of the fog. It's still dark, but your eyes have adjusted. You know, definitely Lander and Toddle can see a lot farther than you and in more detail.
Is it pretty clearly? Is it nighttime at this point? Do we know what time of day?
I don't think you guys know.
Okay. I'm gonna make a wild proposal that we all sleep for.
No. I'm thinking exploring is the better idea. Since we have tried running away from areas and we are running into monsters, I think we should start exploring and like start carving at these trees and seeing what they give us back, what information we can gather from.
Hey Lander, you're out of spell slots, right? What do you think? It's your funeral, baby.
Otherwise, we do still have blankets and we could pitch a tent and do a short rest, and someone is going to need to keep guard.
You're going to have to take the blankets off the mirror to pitch a tent, for Christ's sake. I have...
Okay, then I will use
We have bedrolls. These are just the extra blankets we got.
That's true. I do.
But like shelter.
Third level, I have tiny hut.
Yeah, just cast tiny hut. What the fuck?
You guys are the ones that want to keep exploring.
Yeah, because we don't want to just stop where it's unsafe. You have a literal spell that makes it, hey, nothing can come into this zone. We are now safe.
All right, I cast tiny hut.
GW is like, well, it could be everyone's funeral.
Yeah, no. I am not. Yeah, so, okay.
Tiny hut is cast.
Tiny hut, are we going to take a rest?
You can rest,
we can
I'm
take
going
a
to
fucking
explore.
long rest.
Toddle
What?
will
No!
explore.
Toddle, what?
I cast sleep on Toddle.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, I have to make things. I legitimately, like, cannot sleep right now.
No, I cast sleep on Toddle.
Yeah, Toddle's staying in the tent. I will grapple Toddle.
Okay, so this is perfect. So you see, like, little mini, like, he's like, and he's just like a big pluff, like, just flobbing around.
Plucking on my my lute and sing a nice little lullaby.
No, I need this time. I need to make things. There's so many things I need to make. Give me that. I like someone's taking my bag away, and I'm just like getting like it's just like a little gremlin getting upset, just like.
Dutch, what's
I got
the
a
save?
step grapple check total.
Are you grappling? Oh my god.
Yeah. Is the 7 good enough? Toddle, you tell me.
What's your armor class?
14. So no.
Oh no, failed. He's wrestling out of your hands.
Slips out.
Hold on.
And you know what I'm gonna do? You know what? No, this is gonna be great. So I slip out and I'm like, and I'm like making a face, and I run out and I grab one of my daggers and I'm just gonna start cutting up this bark that's along the.
Hold the phone. I cast sleep.
Oh.
What's the
You
save for
passed the
sleep?
fuck out.
You gotta no, dude. Read the spell. It's also a radius, by the way, so you might just hit all of us.
Oh my god.
Fine with that.
Why would you do that?
Shit, I need 5.
Are you you confirm? Would you like to lock in that answer, sir?
Oh, it's locked in. It's happening.
Shit. Okay. Well.
All right.
He said, "I can't sleep." Duh.
Then I just like grumble and then follow.
Well, we're gonna all find out who's falling over, how we're falling over.
Yeah.
It goes based on damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Man, dude,
Dutch.
if the spell worked the way where you just go, sleep, and then you pass out, that'd be way too fun. I wish wizards
Sleep,
would make that
Pokemon.
spell. Yeah.
Roll a Nate. Roll 5d8.
I don't think he has 5d8. I think he's looking
Have
for.
D&D Beyond.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Has to match the
Total-
current.
Ooh, total of 24.
Anyone under 24 hit points right now?
I'm
Yes.
at 35.
I'm at 21.
Oh, Toddle, you're out.
I'm totally out.
You're out like a light.
But what? Why would you do this? I need to make things. That is how I contribute.
It's for an hour, right?
A minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hold on, let me double check. Duration, 1 minute.
is this just a short rest?
Oh, no, we're going to do a long rest.
Oh, okay.
But while you're tied up or asleep, I'm going to untie some of the rope from that we're using to lug the mirror, and I'm going to tie Toddle up and then tie them to like my leg.
Yeah.
Like kid leash.
Yeah.
Sounds
And then I'm
good.
gonna sit down
I
and
love
I'm
this.
just gonna start like setting up to like for camping for the night.
So,
Sounds good.
out of character. Wait, but fourth wall. So everyone wants to sleep right now. Like that's
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This is a safe spot. This is a safe
It is
spot.
now
to sleep?
safe,
It's
yes.
a tiny
Well,
hut.
with the tiny hut, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
also, to be clear, the mirror is not in the tiny hut.
It's not.
I would not want that. You're gonna go to sleep with the thing that wants to murder us in the no.
Oh, so we're just gonna leave it in the middle of the woods?
I mean, hopefully it's still there when we wake up. We got to do some risk. It's
Can
the
we,
safer bet for us.
Can we like bury it? Like maybe
You don't
bury
have a
it?
fucking say.
I-
buddy. Between me and Lander, you can stay out of it. Alright. I'm in agreement. Lander, are we all gonna
Just like
take
the
long
smart
rests?
one. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Long
I'll do
rest?
first watch.
Okay.
Put it in my bag.
It can't fit through the hole.
Oh, we lost the camera. All right, Lander, you're doing first watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dutch, you're gonna tuck in. And well, while you're falling asleep, though, is there anything you two want to talk about? Or no?
We both look at each other exhausted.
Just pass out. Okay, so Duchess is out like a light. Toddle's gonna start waking up soon, or at least from the spell. Lander, but you're sitting at first watch. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Not perception.
I'm gonna have investigation because this is the first time you're actually surveying the area.
Fuck me. 10. And that's
10?
after a +3.
All right. Besides what I mentioned before, I mean, all these trees pretty much look identical. Most of the trees look identical to the ones that you've been seeing in the corridor part of this. But there's a couple of them that seem to be a lot older, and their bark is a lot darker. And there's more Spanish moss kind of hanging from it. So the whole area or around it is pretty dark. Otherwise, this whole space, you feel pretty safe. I mean, it doesn't... You don't feel as on high alert. Like, there's no spider senses tingling, at least in this general area. But beyond it, or past this area, I know you don't... With that roll, I guess, never mind. You don't see anything odd. And by the time that happens, Toddle, you wake up. And you are tied to Lander's leg.
Okay, well, not okay.
Bed.
Why?
Because you're too curious for your own good right now. You've done me too many favors for me to let you die.
just kind of like nod in agreement, like, yeah, okay. I accept what happened to me and just like take this moment of appreciation for teammates looking out for each other. And I'm just like, I need to build stuff now. Can you let me go?
Yeah, I untie Tuttle.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to begin building things. So let's do. Can I do like an insight / investigation / like anything that like lets me look around and see what's in this area for me to pick up, and that's not anything that's not bolted to the ground, essentially.
Yeah, perception.
Okay, thank you, Adam. 17. So, what was it? Investigation.
Perception.
18, 20. Dirty 20.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, you see all the things. Well, you actually spot something with that roll. You spot something about like 80 feet away from you.
Okay.
Kind of at the base of one of the willow trees. Like,
Okay.
I mean, nothing really special about this one. It's identical to most of the ones in this area. But you do feel, I don't know, some sort of presence or something humming at the base of that tree.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Lander?
chill.
Toddle's definitely gonna make his way over there and pick up on that energy. And I'm gonna be like, Lander, keep an eye on me. I'm gonna go over here. We might get something like that sword that we got with the necrotic energy. Maybe we can find another one. Really benefit our team. I'm gonna go over there and try to investigate this, okay? Walk over.
Lander's gonna draw one of his short swords and just follow behind Tuttle.
Okay.
Okay. Do I have like a spade of anything? I know I have.
Oh wait, hold up. Let me double check how tiny hut works.
Do thieves' tools have anything spadey like? There's crowbar, hammer.
9 creatures of medium size can fit inside. Spell fails if anything bigger tries to come in. We can all pass in and out of it at will. All other objects and creatures are barred from passing through it. Until the spell ends, we can be dimly lit or dark. It's opaque from the outside, but transparent from the inside. And I'm going back to sleep.
So we can't see what's going on inside the hut.
No.
Okay, cool.
I'm walking out of the range of the hut because I'm gonna go investigate this thing that's 80 miles
Yeah.
away. Or 80 feet. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be a smart little crafty boy and get like kind of like a flat looking rock and kind of hit it on a couple of do the old classic rock gnome tomfoolery and start hitting rocks together until I get kind of like a sharp angle going on with a flat rock.
Okay.
Do some magic with a stick and make a little spade. Old-fashioned Minecraft style, and have a little tiny spade going. I'm gonna start digging at this area at the base of where this willow tree is, kind of having an aura of magic.
Yeah.
Is it an arcana? Something's going on. Something's going on.
Yes, and as you do, you kind of come down with like your shoulder, and then you feel it clank against something hard. And as you dig through, now, then you start to see kind of a glint of bright blue, and you've discovered a freaking sapphire. That's the size. That's the size of a fist.
Ooh, pretty. Definitely snatching that and putting it in my golf bag. What is the thing you can do in D&D where you can check the item to make sure it's not like what Lander did to know what the
Detect
sword?
magic.
Yes.
No. Oh. No. Do you mean identify?
Yes, identify.
Also, I didn't cast identify. You casted.
I did.
Identify.
That's right.
If you have it, you can use it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Let me pull it up really quick.
Yes, I do. I do have it. Yes.
All right, so yeah, as you do a little bit of your own internal research with it. You weigh it and everything. And this looks like to be not just a normal sapphire. It seems that if you use this to create whatever you create with it, seems to amplify its power in some way. Specifically resistance powers. As far as what resistance is, what you can detect right now, it seems to be resistant almost, well, two main elements. So force attacks, its resistance, and water. Like, I guess, water, what that means, it depends what you make it with. So, if you were to make it with, like, a underwater spear, for example, maybe if, like, the creature, whoever is wielding it, is going to have some sort of water ability. And maybe you're resistant to certain water damage or water casting agents, whatever.
Okay.
But it seems to be very wind and water heavy. With a couple other things too, but those are a little bit more difficult to identify. It depends on the instrument you make it with.
Cool.
Or make it into.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna.
Also, it can be
Yes.
sold for a lot of money.
Okay. Definitely not gonna sell it. Not that we have that option, but I'm gonna take the. And you said it's pretty hefty. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna grab some like leather or something that I have in my bag, just a piece of cloth or nice cloth or something that I have, and kind of wrap it around in it, so that way I kind of don't like just have a big stone just in my bag.
Yeah.
Put it in like one of those little pockets in my bag, so that way it's nice and secure. And run over and tell Lander about it, and
Sweet.
let him know we found that. So that's cool. So that's something we could make use of. Cool. Yay. Hi. Yeah.
So it's about time, Lander. You're getting pretty tired.
Yeah.
So you have to. Who are you going to choose to do the watch next?
I'm gonna wake up Dutch.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep exploring.
All right. Toddle's still going. And Dutch, you're awake. Lander is getting ready to pass out.
I thought we tied him up.
He won't run away.
I'm not gonna run away. I'm just
I'm not
exploring.
watching him. Sweet baby Jesus.
All right. Roll a perception check.
Who, me?
Yes. And investigation. Roll both.
Perception is 18.
Okay.
And investigation is 19.
Okay. So, perception-wise, you're looking around. Not much going on. Pretty quiet. And for miles, it seems pretty quiet. There's a little bit. You start to notice a little bit of wildlife. Like while you're out here watching, you'll see what looks to be like a raven or a crow kind of land among the trees, but doesn't say anything, doesn't caw. Kind of looks at everyone and then sort of flies away. You just kind of watch that happen. For investigation, you look around this area, and you see, while you're looking up at that crow, you see kind of a glint. It looks like trapped in some of the Spanish moss just right above you.
So Lander's sleeping now, so Dutch is out. Can I start working on, can I like kind of sit, just like plop down on the ground and start working with the bat's blood that I have and try to make some potion out of it while
Do it.
Dutch is doing a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna bust out some of my rations and just post up and have a nice snack, have a little breakfast.
Sounds good.
Okay, and I'll plop there and I'm gonna start
Are you gonna eat
trying
that?
to make something.
Are you gonna eat that blue roll?
No, God, no, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
gonna use some of the food that I have in my pack. The sketchy roll is just gonna. Actually, can I roll to investigate the roll?
You can.
Shit. 5.
Mean. Looks pretty good. Getting a little stale. Like getting a little hard, but definitely still edible. and still bright fucking blue for some reason.
All right. I'm gonna eat it. Just
Okay.
Not let this go to waste. And I'm hungry, man.
Cheers.
The whole thing?
We're just gonna.
The whole thing?
Oh yeah, the whole thing.
Roll a Constitution save.
Oh.
Fuck. And
Okay, it fails. Well, Toddle, Lander's out. He doesn't see this. But Toddle, you watch as you, because probably Dutch is like behind you as you're working on something, and you notice like Dutch goes silent all of a sudden, and then you feel something expanding on the ground, like a balloon is being blown up on the ground. And when you turn around, Dutch is like you're gonna lift up your arms, and you're gonna see feathers kind of pry out of your arms and kind of break through your skin, but it's not very painful. It's actually relieving. Your bones are kind of on your arms are going to expand, and so your arm reach is going to be now, I would say, like 15 to 20 feet. You're getting huge. The top of your head like starts to kind of bump up against all of these branches on this willow tree. You have Spanish moss and spiders all over you. And then you notice your nose, you start to see it, and it's going to form into a beak. You've turned into a giant black crow.
this is the coolest shit ever.
You just pulled an Alice in Wonderland, my dude.
Can the rest of the party understand me if I speak?
Yes.
Did you just turn into a what are they called? The bird people of D&D?
Eric Hawkrow? No.
The Kenku, yeah.
No, it's legitimately a giant crow.
Oh, okay. Well, badass. Okay.
So you saw this happen, but Dutch, when you speak, you can understand them, but when you speak, it just comes out as cawing and really loud. So when you do that, your voice reverberates against all these trees, and the sound expands across the forest.
Question: was he inside the bubble when he ate it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So our tiny hut has now failed.
Oh, well, if he
Creatures
turned
in
into the
object-
larger creature,
Say that again?
because it's not a creature walking in.
I mean, I'd assume that it would just.
Yeah, it might like sit.
Oh, that's your call.
That's true.
Yeah, DM, I'll leave
It's
it up to
it's gonna hold its shape for a minute.
you. It does say it can hold 9 creatures of medium size.
Yeah, it's purity. You're kind of cramped in there. You're about to break it open. Like if you move out of that spot, it's gonna break it.
You could also just willingly exit, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the hell out of the tiny hut and start like kind of scooting around.
You feel light. You're kind of taken aback by your wingspan here. When you flap it just once, a bunch of dust and unsettles on the ground and kind of sprays around you, and these big tufts of like curling smoke, and it lifts you really easily. Like you feel super, super light.
I'm gonna fly up in the air.
Yes.
And do a couple laps, like just circling and see. I guess roll investigation or perception.
Roll acrobatics, because you
Oh,
have to.
okay.
You'll have
See if I
to
can
fly.
fly.
You have to fly through these tree branches, and it's gonna take you like 20 minutes of flying to break the top of it.
Deal.
And let me guess, this potion only lasts for 10 minutes.
We don't know.
9.
Can we make the story so I'm like, so Toddle's sitting there working on stuff, and that I just witnessed that happening, where I saw Dutch just turn into this bird-like creature, and saw him stand out and walk out, and I'm like, can you go check, like go up? Yeah, like if it's okay with everyone, can we make it Toddle's decision to go up?
Yeah. Oh my God, fly! And you're like, and he kind of hops on one foot and then just fucking takes off like a jet. And with
I
the
want
knife,
some of your feathers.
you do underestimate though your wing power with a roll of 9, and you do take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit one of the larger branches up there.
You
But
get
you
whacked by the trees as it comes
yes,
out.
you break through it for the most part. Go ahead and roll another acrobatics check.
You said 2 damage as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh. What was that? 10.
10. Okay. Well, a little better.
Still
But
shaky, still
still
my
shaky.
flight.
Yeah, and the trees get a little bit more dense as you're about to break through the top of it. So you do take another just 1 point of bludgeoning damage. But as you do that, you break through the top of these trees, and you see nothing but night sky. Like literally, you can see the depth of the sky through the stars. They're shooting stars everywhere. There seems to be like almost nebula-like shapes within the sky that are bright reds and purples. And they pillar down in these beautiful shapes. And there's a giant moon. It's about a waning crescent moon. And it's huge. And it's nothing but silence and fresh air.
And when I look down at the forest, is there any indication as to where we may have come from, where we're trying to return to, this sort of like mysterious alien
Yeah,
world?
with your eyesight as a crow, it's actually pretty acute. You can see up to 500 feet in detail in front of you, just like in a, what do you call it? A diameter, radius,
Yeah.
radius, math. But yeah, you do see smoke coming out of the top of what you assume is the tavern. You notice that you went a little farther down south than you intended. That's where this creature led you to. You even see the little plane, and it starts to close up. Like the trees are taking over this area, and it's still moving towards the center.
The
But yeah,
area
you can
where
see
the tavern is, or the area that we were at.
the area where the mirror was.
Okay.
But you can see the tavern.
What direction is the tavern in?
The
relative?
tavern is a little bit farther east.
Okay.
So you do have to go up north a little bit, then go east, and then that's when the kind of willow tree area ends, and then you notice it looks like just regular variations of pine trees,
Okay.
which is where you encountered the bat.
I'm going to roll acrobatics, I assume, to try and land and not smash my face into a bunch of trees.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I?
Oh, nat 20, baby.
Hey!
So
Boy learned to fly.
yeah, so flapping around, taking a big, deep breath of fresh air, you kind of hover around for just a minute, and then kind of get your bearings and drop. And you disappear into the treetops. You know exactly where the branches were on your way up, so you were easily able to maneuver them. And then, without a sound, you land lightly just in front of Toddle and Lander.
Fucking sick.
Damn. I was gonna take an opportunity to cast a message and be like, can you like make a compass in your brain?
Ooh, does my being a bird lend me to have the sort of navigational skills that a bird would have?
Oh,
Yes.
I have an idea.
Innate knowing of like a generalized sense of like what's north, south, east, west.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to point my beak and motion with my head jerking over in the east towards where I saw the tavern.
Okay.
Okay. Could I like? Dang. I want to like give him. He can't. Dutch can't grab anything right now, right? Because he has feather hands, right?
I got crow feet.
You got feet. Yeah, feet and a beak.
Talons.
Okay, Toddle's gonna remember. Draw where we need to go. Do a map right now, and I'm gonna bring out a ink quill and a piece of paper and start like. I want to like see if I can like map out a little bit of a direction.
Okay.
It's gonna be like
I'm going to try to pick up this like parchment and pen.
No. I'll hold it. You just draw it in like the dirt or something.
And as I try to do so, I punch right through the paper, throw it away, and start scratching into the dirt a big arrow.
Okay, I see we didn't gain any intelligence doing this, and we're just rolling along here.
And Lander, you would have. Well, no, you probably would still be sleep through it. Maybe. No, he cawed. You would have been up. You're waking up now, and you just see Dutch outside of this hut. Or you don't know it's Dutch yet. You just see a giant fucking crow scratching into the ground, and Toddle doodling away at something, a piece of parchment.
I draw my short swords and wait to assess the situation from inside the hut.
Roll investigation.
Can I start like also while
The one time I wanted to roll real bad. I rolled a 19.
You rolled a 19.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick.
Yes.
Before. Well, actually, Toddle, what were you gonna say first?
I was gonna say I wanted to start plucking at the feathers too. To start like just start plucking at them and like getting a reaction for Dutch and see what he's kind of like feeling.
Dutch, it feels like you're pulling out a pube.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's
All
like
right,
really deep rooted.
I'm going to pick up one of my legs and just like donkey kick Todd.
Oh no!
One of my giant bird feet. Just like.
I had full health.
Roll a 20. Are you going to? Okay, roll a 20.
Wait, you had full health and you passed out at 24?
No, I did the long rest, or I did when I did the sleep thing.
Well, why?
We haven't rested yet.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a long rest
You've
yet.
been awake all night.
You only slept a minute.
Oh,
You
I
need
thought
8
I
hours of sleep.
Okay, never mind then. I was at 21. Okay.
I was wondering why you're like, yeah, I'm awake. I'm like, you need to sleep to get the benefits of a rest.
8 and plus, yeah, 8.
Let's see here. I rolled a 16.
Toddle, does that hit?
My armor's 14, so yeah.
Okay. Roll for drop kick damage. Roll 2d6. Because
Is there
you're
any way that I
huge.
can like pull my punch a little so that
You
I'm
can. You can stop at any
Okay.
point.
So I'll roll.
You
one.
threaten it.
How's that?
1d6 is good.
1d6. It's 4.
4 points of drop kick damage.
Bludgeoning, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
bludgeoning or yeah.
I call it drop kick damage.
I like that Lander just wakes up, sees an argument between Toddle and a giant fucking raven, and just Toddle getting like.
All right, DM with a.
How many
Natural-
feathers? How many feathers did I get out of that?
You got like 7.
Okay.
And
So with
Lander,
19, that's 22 on investigation.
With 22 investigation, you actually see something past Dutch. And you smell it too. You smell kind of a really strong sense of iron, and you recognize that smell as the smell of blood. And you see, well, it's kind of hard to make the shape because it's still far enough, but there is something headed your way. It reeks of blood, and it's not as big as Dutch, but seems to be acrobatically jumping between the trees towards you guys. So it seems fast, and it's headed your way. For that, we're gonna pause the game for our break.
Okay.
But
Nice.
thank you so much for joining. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
And don't forget to do exclamation point critical, please.
Please, we
For-
want to give
Yes.
stuff away. Come on, guys.
I want
Let's-
to give you that.
Give away.
Yes, 15
Give
The new
away.
dice.
15 minutes, and when we come back, GW is going to draw the winner for us, and then you get a free set of dice from Critical Dice. Thank you so much. We'll see you in 15. Bye. Okay, and scene.
Are we still broad? Can they hear us?
They can't hear you.
Can't or can?
Cannot.
Okay, cool. Hey, Ann, I just sent you a couple books that I found up on my desktop while I was playing that I think will be really useful for this campaign.
Ooh,
It should be in the Zoom chat.
I see. Let me looky. I'm just gonna save them. What you doing, Beebs? What are you doing? What you doing? Did you poop? Did you poop?
But yeah, it's basically stuff you can harvest from creatures, and then stuff you can use to make them.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very use.
And then the last one is new rules on diseases.
Oh, got it. That's fucking sick. Oh, Mike's. You can still hear Mike's? Oh, that's me. I forgot to silence myself. Okay, bye, you guys. Sorry. Bye. Hello. We are back. Okay, so picking up from where we left off, we'll do that in a minute. But let's go ahead and announce our winner for the dice giveaway.
Woo!
And you'll see it in chat. And our winner is... Drum roll.
Who got?
Boop, 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 boop. The Nordic Geek. There we go.
Oh,
I'm talking about. Not rigged! Woo!
You win a free set of dice. Hell yeah. Go ahead and send me a message with your address, a safe address, and I will send you not spam. And I will not track you down or stalk you or any of that. Good stuff.
A HelloFresh delivery.
A HelloFresh delivery. I'll just give you a FabFitFun subscription for 3 years. So you'll get your annual yoga mat. Okay. Anyway. And scrunchies. Well, where we left off, it looks like Dutch was transformed into a giant raven that stands pretty freaking tall, but had the ability to fly up and break through the forest, the tree line of the forest, and was able to actually locate them and where they are, locate where the tavern is, was able to do some pretty useful stuff there. However, it did attract something's attention, and the only one who notices that is Lander, and it's heading their way really, really quickly. Toddle, meanwhile, has been tinkering away and creating some stuff and trying to map out the location, since Dutch can't necessarily speak to anyone right now. And that's where we left off. But yeah, so we're going to open up the scene. We left off at Lander, and you do see this creature making its way towards you, and it's about 200 feet away now. I'm sorry, 100 feet away now. It's 100 feet away. And it's about to break through the barrier of the willow trees. So it's about to enter this plain to the right of Dutch.
Cool. Fuck. I think I had my swords out, so that would take an action, put them away, and put them back. Is it within 60 feet?
Not yet. 100 feet.
Once it's within 60 feet, I will use Hunter Sense. As an action, I can choose a creature I can see within 60 feet. I immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistance, or vulnerabilities, and what they are if the creature is not hidden from divination magic.
Okay.
So my eyes are just going to glow kind of white for a second.
Okay, cool. All right, in the meantime, Toddle and Dutch, you don't see this creature heading your way. What are you doing?
I guess I can. So I'm done with picking up. So I have I have all my things. I finally crafted my potion, or not so much as a potion as an elixir. 3 items that I used was the 1/4 vial of bat's blood that I had. I am actually going to mix some of the willow wood that I picked up with it.
Okay.
And I think my last item that I will throw together from it, I gotta check my inventory for something. Maybe some like tinder or something.
Okay.
Just because I don't really have anything else that I can mix with it.
All right.
Oh, I lied. I'm gonna make it I'm gonna pull one of my rations. So I'll mix like that.
Okay. Make it a little girthy. Add some volume.
Exactly. Yes. We're making
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
cream. Rolling Arcana. And I have a +4 to Arcana. Cool. Roll 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay, so 13. As you put these items together, the vial just glows like a bright kind of magenta color. And you would just know at this point what it does, right? And yeah, so what you've concocted, and this is enough Well, there wasn't that much bat blood in there, but adding the rations did kind of bulk it out a little bit, even though it kind of dimmed the potency of it. So it's good for up to 5 travelers in this vial, for 1 use each. And write this down because I'm gonna fucking.
I am.
I'll write it down afterwards. And yeah, it gives you a shielding kind of ability. So whoever drinks it, they're not totally invisible, since the ability was a little dampened just to make it more voluminous. But you can kind of, I'm trying to think. It's like holding up like saran wrap in an area, like, so it kind of distorts the area you're standing
Distortion.
in.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you look really closely, you can see it. You can still be seen, but for regular, like walking through the woods, or for general stealth in a crowded area, super fucking useful.
Super cool. Love that came from Bat Blood. Right on. From there, I'll take that, start putting my stuff away. I am going to, Toddle's going to walk over to Lander and start noticing that Lander's awake and start talking, and sees Lander kind of like psyched out a little bit about what's happening.
Yeah, Lander's holding an action right now. So you see him intently looking in a specific direction past Dutch.
I literally just move Toddle like out of my way, like just gotta catch that real quick before we're fucked.
Okay.
And as that happens, you see a creature break through everyone's line of sight. So all of a sudden, through the darkness, and you kind of hear it coming, but only in the last like couple of seconds, it bursts past these 2 willow trees that was blocking its vision, and you see it. And it looks to be it's very ape-like. You see its hands and feet are pretty skeletal though, and they seem to be tough, like as it launched itself, and it's launching itself at Dutch, by the way. As it's launching itself, it grips and pretty much shatters the bark of these willow trees like it's nothing. So its strength is pretty huge, and it has a pretty far reach, and its eyes are kind of just a very bright yellow, and it looks like the face of like a baboon.
Baboon.
But it's gonna try to scratch at Dutch, but it's still gonna take. Anyone want to react before it tries to land something?
So what is it based on Hunter's sense, or is it protected by divination magic?
Actually, sorry. Let me look. Yeah, and only you know this, right? So I'm probably just gonna message you independently.
Cool.
I'm gonna text you what its weakness is.
So right now, Lander's preparing to is just watching this thing happen, and I'm like behind and just quickly getting light of the situation that there is a creature coming right at us. So I'm gonna start preparing.
It's gonna roll to attack you, Dutch.
Oh, Jesus.
So as far as fighting, you have, like, if you have any spells or anything like that, that's all stays. The only thing that you can't do is any handheld weapons. You do have a Beak Attack.
No.
Hold on. Let me give you that real quick. Boop-a-doop, boop. It's +4 to hit. It's a reach of 15 feet because you're enormous and fast, and it also deals Jesus Christ 4d6 piercing damage.
Baby.
Yeah, like it does a heavy. You can, and it's a full action to do that. You can do a claw attack, +2 to hit each. The reach is 10 feet for whatever reason, and it's just 2d6 piercing damage. If you do a claw attack, you can do 2 attacks in one action, But if you do the beak attack, it's just 1 attack.
And it's coming straight for me.
It's coming straight for you. It's gonna roll to attack. Does 11 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, and it misses. So it's gonna go through and just go right under your wing feathers, and it's gonna land on the dirt and really kind of catch itself pretty quickly, get its bearings, and it's gonna try to strike you again on its next turn. But
I'm gonna, in crow form, I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery. And instead of actual words, you just hear like the giant thundering caw of the raven. And that is, let me see here, 2d4 puts me at 6 damage.
is it a save?
Is it a save? Those can't. Wait. Cantrip, Vicious Mockery.
Oh, just okay,
Yeah,
instantaneous.
hit 14. Sorry, hit is 14. Does that hit?
So wait, you just turn to it and go, "Caw, caw, 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 caw," and he's like, ah.
Like a hyper aggressive, like ah.
A 14, a 16, you said.
14.
Oh, 14. It hits, yeah.
Fuck yeah, 6 damage.
Okay. All right. Everyone, roll initiative.
Ooh.
Shit.
5.
16.
13.
Okay, hang on a second. So Lander first. Dutch. Creature. And then Toddle. Okay. Lander, you go first.
All right.
Its back is towards you, so you get opportunity to attack if you like, or
Too late for me to use a
advantage.
bonus action?
Hmm?
Is it too late for me to use a bonus action, Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah, no, it's too late.
No.
I don't even know how that would work in bird form. But
Caw, caw, caw. Oh, I feel suddenly better now. I'm way more confident
It's
about my strength.
musical. He like says it with a harmony.
He gives the cute bird look where he tucks his head in. And it's like super fluffy and cute. That inspires me. I don't know. All right, Lander, you're up.
All right. I'm going to interact with my torch and light it ablaze.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my extra attack to use it as, I guess, an improvised weapon
Okay.
and smack it in the back.
Sweet. And roll with advantage.
you know, for the record, you have a magic sword.
That I'm not attuned to, so it doesn't do magic damage.
Better than a torch.
Okay. I used I got a 3 and a 1.
To hit it?
For fuck.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't hit.
I'm going to say it's weak to fire.
All
And that's
right.
the end of my turn.
All right, Dutch, you're up. This thing just missed you. Like you hear it whiff right under your arm, but as soon as you turn around, it's already headed for another attack.
I'm gonna just go straight up for the beak attack.
Okay. Fuck it up.
What?
Roll-
Beak attack. Oh,
Roll to hit, add 4.
Okay.
It's some beak.
Blink. Blink.
20. 16 plus 4.
Nice. Dirty 20 hits.
What's my damage? Is 46?
46, yeah.
Alright, let's fucking do this shit. Is it 11, 12, 15, 14? 14 piercing?
All right. Damn, that fucked it up pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Hell yeah.
as he's coming in, you just come down in the back of this thing's neck and go almost completely through it. It just misses its throat, but it cuts open the side of its neck. and and you just drop it. It's just on the ground, and it's gonna have to use some of its movement to actually get back up.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action bardic inspiration.
Okay.
And just let out another like thunderous caw. I will leave it at your discretion as to whether Toddle and Lander can perceive that as an actual. I'll use the spell slot. I'll leave it at your discretion as to whether they understand that as bardic inspiration.
I think it would. I think the tone would be like, I don't know. They have like ravens have a ton of different like sounds. Yeah, like you can tell between calling an alert, like which is what they first heard from the first call that you make, because you're just fucking surprised. You're like, what the fuck? But this one is very much a different tone. They'd get it.
And I will assign that to Toddle. I can only assign it to one person, so they will get 1d8 inspiration die.
1d8 for tots.
Yay!
So
All
you
right.
can use it on any like ability check, attack, or save.
Perfect. I will definitely be using that.
Sweet. All right. So so that happens, and it's the creature's turn, and he hits the ground pretty fucking hard. When he does, he actually uses movement to try to recover itself, but then he calls, and you can see like blood, a little bit of blood like out of his throat as he does, and he makes a call into the woods, and it's almost just as loud as Dutch's call, and it's more like a shriek, and a shriek that comes in like different waves until it fades out, and they're just silence into the woods, and that actually ends his turn. So,
Oh no.
Toddle, you're up.
Real quick, Anne, your music right now is like calm cafe music, and
Is it?
She's having wanted me to just let you know, like, if you
Y'all,
want,
I'm
like,
distracted.
get some
It's
battle
fun.
music. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yes.
So just wanted to slide that little note in there.
Thank you.
Okay. Well,
Just some casual cafe killing, you know.
yeah, you know it. You know it. Well, my plan was to pull out my crossbow, which just my crossbow. I'm gonna pull it out of my beautiful, beautiful golf bag of holding. And I was gonna take an action, a shot. You know, fire at it, which is D8 plus 2. Does that D8 plus 2? So plus 2 to my D8 roll.
Are you doing what?
I wanted to pull out my crossbow and shoot
got
it with my crossbow, and then
Roll to hit.
I rolled a 6, and that's plus 2, right?
6, 7, 8. 8 does not
Yeah.
hit. So you.
Inspiration die.
Oh.
Oh yeah, but
Bardic inspiration, my friend.
yeah. So and that's an added on D8.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude.
God damn it.
Yeah, it doesn't hit. So you aim and fire, but it's a misfire. It just lands like straight into the ground next to him.
Shoot. My second action was going to be, since I'm a little low-ish on health, I was going to also pull out the flask that we got from the tavern, the flask of healing, or the little vial that we got of healing, and drink it, because I am a little low on health, and I want to go back.
1d4 plus 4.
I mean, I still have no spells, so, you know, I feel you there.
Didn't you rest?
No, none of us got 8 hours
None
of
of us
sleep.
got it. Yeah.
You're the only one who got a full rest.
Oh.
I got a 4.
All right.
Goddamn bird.
Speaking of, Lander,
So 8.
8 points of healing. Yeah.
2, 3,
Hi,
4,
Bears.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Lander, you're up.
Hey.
All right. I am going to swing with my short sword.
Okay.
All right. Does a 15 hit?
It does.
And then I'm going to come back and swing in with the torch again. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. So the short sword will do 7 damage.
Okay.
I don't know how to roll damage for the torch.
Well, I'll just give it to you because it's double anyway. And he's dead. Like as soon as you
Okay,
come
cool.
down with that
Okay,
short
okay.
sword, he kind of has a last breath, and kind of like you just see him on the ground, kind of panting really quickly, and then you just come down with the torch, and then he's out like a light, and the whole woods are quiet. But you're still in initiative.
Yeah.
You do notice, you start to hear, or at least I think everyone else is hearing for the first time, but Lander, you hear the similar sound as before, the sound of this creature, but what sounds like hundreds of them, coming from different parts of the forest, and all headed your way from different directions.
Okay. Everybody back in the hut. But I guess Lander doesn't know that Dutch is a bird yet.
Technically,
I
no.
mean, we're in combat, right? We're fighting like a similar enemy.
All he knows is, hey, this big bird fought with the thing.
Lander, that's Dutch. Okay, now you know.
All right, so you scream out everybody in the hut. So next person is Dutch. What are you gonna do? Mimi, come here, bud.
He's there.
Dutch, are you still a raven right now, or
he's
have you
still-
changed back?
He's still a giant raven.
Should we?
Can I do like a perception check to see if I can tell if this raven stuff is gonna wear off anytime soon?
You wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yeah. You feel like a solid bird right now.
Feeling real
Very
bird-
birdish right
Very
now.
sick. Okay, cool. I am. Fuck me.
Oh, shit.
Ooh! Oh!
Get slapped.
Were you just banned? Lander gets banned from chat.
No, I tried to share a link with, I didn't realize that wasn't allowed.
Did you get censored in the chat?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. Don't worry about it. It won't happen again. My bad.
Better apologize. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Cool.
And okay, let me know if you'll allow this. If I'm in an animal form, can I speak with other animals if I cast Speak with Animals?
You can right now. You can only speak with other ravens and the willow trees, but you can't. Yeah, you have to cast speak with animals for anything else.
Okay, so.
But it
I
also
will-
works reverse for you. So if you cast speak with animals, you can also communicate with your team.
Okay, sick. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And I'm going to call upon the vines for help. I'm going to send out a heartfelt plea to the forest to give us a hand here.
Okay. And that will be a whole action to do that.
Yeah.
And as you're going, no answers yet.
Uh-oh.
But the creatures
Crap.
are incoming. They're still coming from different distances. So right now they're at about, I would say about 160 feet away. Total.
22. Yeah.
I'm going to bonus action again for Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Because Toddle's running on no fucking sleep and like minimal health, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that my bonus action will be Bardic Inspiration. Toddle, you've got an extra D8 to use at your
Thank
discretion.
you. I'm in two mind thoughts right now for the group. Either we need to go invisible or we need to get out of here. Since we do have a map now, we can kind of at least go in a direction. They're probably going to chase us, so we.
Could we do like a Lord of the Rings fly out of here?
That's what I was. Yeah, so I was trying to hint at that on your turn. Like, could we like climb on you and like get out of here? Like,
You can totally climb on him if you want.
Well,
I'm gonna be.
round of combat. Jesus Christ!
Hang on.
Wendigos coming at you.
Yes, so I'll since I know that well, Dutch is Dutch. I saw this happen. I'm gonna kind of. I'm trying to. Oh, the mirror. Okay, so we need to get both of us. Yeah, we need to get both. Or so both me and Lander need to get like be attached to you in some way, as well as the mirror. So I'm thinking like. Is it possible for each of us to like grab a leg and like since I'm gonna be a lot lighter, I can hold the mirror.
Dutch is huge. Like you and Lander
Okay.
can easily fit on his back if Dutch wants to carry the mirror with his claws.
Oh, okay. I will. So for Toddle, I'm gonna start pulling, and I'm gonna be like, Dutch. We need to get out of here. Things are coming. Wait, do I know that? Does Toddle know that?
You hear something coming.
Yeah. So we all know something's going. Okay, we need to get the hell out of here. You've got wings. Let's go. Like, grab the mirror.
All right. So
I like motion to Lander to like come here, and I'm like putting this plan together.
You don't need to tell me twice.
You're already on.
I fucking jumped the fuck on.
You're already
like,
on.
yeah,
You're already on.
Fuck this shit.
All right, and that does lead to Lander's turn. You hop on Dutch's back.
Yeah.
All right. You grab on, hold on to his feathers. It's the creature's turn. They're about to. So this is fucking awesome. I love how I'm gonna end this fucking episode right now. But the creatures start to break into this part of the forest. They're ripping through these willow trees, and there's about 3 of them that are headed your way, Dutch, and they're about to launch at you. You kind of hop over and just like, with all of your weight and the weight of these 2 new passengers on your back, you grab the rim of this mirror, and you take one like big breath, and you lift up like a jet, and you are fucking out of sight. However, below you, the freaking, the creatures, they swing at you as if they're about to almost pull the mirror out of your claws, but then you hear them all freeze, and you see them all freeze, at least the 3. And as you fly above them and you're going through the woods towards the tavern where you saw before, you're passing all of these frozen creatures. So whatever you asked this forest to do, it casted some sort of enchantment and froze them all in time. So you're just flying through all of these creatures with this mirror in your claws, and you head the fuck out of there towards the tavern.
Excited bird noises. I'm just making lots of excited bird noises.
Yeah. And you're going fucking fast. And that's gonna end today's episode, you guys.
Oh, so cool.
So
And-
when in doubt, just be like, please, boys, please, I need help.
You're fucking welcome.
And there's a secret to why they, like, it's a mystery as to why
Right.
they're aiding you so much. Like, you're kind of surprised that you fucking got out of there so easily.
All those willow trees.
But you'll find out why. Anyway. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining. We're going to go ahead and draw one more winner. We're going to chill and chat for a second, reflect on stuff. Until then, everyone, do your last minute entries.
Exclamation point critical?
Oh,
Yeah,
GW
exclamation point
won.
critical.
GW won?
he added it to his cache.
What?
Just another set of dice to
Big
go into his
confirmed.
dice jail.
Yeah, 100% rigged. Rigged.
That's so. Sir.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining, you guys. Let's find out who we can raid.
Oh, wait,
Wait,
hold up.
We're gonna reroll.
Wait.
He's re-rolling it, guys. He's re-rolling it.
Oh my gosh. Not rigged.
If you're in chat, press 1.
I'm in chat.
I was like, everyone in.
Enter again.
All right,
Everyone,
everybody
go.
in chat, enter again.
Do it. Do it. Do it to it.
Death by Snoo. Enter.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hashtag critical, guys.
I got
Or
too many
exclamation
dice.
point
It's
critical.
exclamation point critical.
And I got a special little giveaway item for our next game. So whoever's still here, if you tune in to next Tuesday, our next game, same time, same place, you're also going to win a really nice leather and velvet dice tray. That's octagon shaped and super amazing. So if you want to win that, stay tuned, and we might introduce a new character to the team. Maybe?
That would be cool, right?
Yeah, it'll be a new character because I died.
Hey, Mackenzie!
Super rigged. Super rigged. Super
Mackenzie, you
rigged.
gotta stop
Oh, man.
get entries. We're
I'm
gonna
just
look
doing
really
it for the
bad.
hype. I'm just doing it for the hype.
You
Can
can
we give it to Death by Snoo?
no,
for the
keep
late
it,
entry?
keep it.
No, it should go to
Toggle-
Death by Snoo.
Yeah, I think we should give it to Death by
I-
Snoo.
Oh, there you
Is
go.
it,
There
is
you
it
go.
is it a vote of death by Snoo?
I think we're voting that.
Wait,
Let's
no,
talk-
it redo it.
No, Bacchus is one.
Bacchus.
Fucking Christ.
Wait, who won? Okay, Bacchus won. Oh my god, oh my god. Bacchus. Fucking whatever, man.
Top tier streamers.
Top tier. Like, we're great
You
at
just
this.
make it rain. Everybody wins.
Everybody,
We're Oprah.
you get some dice, and you get some dice. Oh my god. Alright, fucking who?
Wait, we did guys? I didn't do any guys. I don't know. GW, what are you talking about?
Well...
I mean, in the past, maybe, you know, but like, yeah, I'm just talking like during the stream. I like, yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, how do I... Oh, here we go. Now I can raid people. Who are we gonna raid?
I don't know. Let's attack the person. I heard there was some good music to go listen to.
Who has the least views right now? Who needs to get a nice little jump start? Negative to charisma. Shit, I don't know how to do this, you guys. It's been so long. How do I raid people?
You know?
Don't ask me. I just got all the
It's
hardware
been
set
well.
up, and then I went like, oh yeah, I'm good
Oh,
for
no,
streaming.
I see.
Oh my god. Wait! I know how to do this.
Should we do a dog cam before we all leave?
Oh, a dog
right.
cam? Hell yeah.
Hold on.
Grab your creatures, everybody.
Mine's
Grab
too
your
far
familiar.
away.
I did it last time, but the freaking the user interface looks different.
Baby Milo!
Precious! Baby Z, come here. Come here, Baby Z. Come here. Baby Z was here
Oh
the
my
whole
gosh!
time.
Wait, where's my animal?
Where's Willow?
Oh, come here.
Willoughby!
All right, animal time.
Willow,
Animal time.
Willoughby!
She's like, no, don't come. Come here.
She's coming, she's coming. Oh, not Leo, you're too big.
Come on.
Come here, Leo, come.
Leo's not too big. Pick him up.
Oh my god. Come here.
Oh, Milo.
Up. No,
Willow.
Leo. I can't get them. Come here, Leo. Come here.
As you can see, I have a really good, high quality
There's
setup
a good
here.
boy. You can't
Heck
see
yeah.
it. Oh well.
We're all quality here, you know.
Yeah, yep.
That's the
Very,
Fable
very,
42
very low.
quality.
Oh my god. Someone please clip the doggos though.
Yeah, if we can get them all in the shot. In my.
I don't know where my dog is. Or my cat. Oh, the cat's... Alright, I'm just gonna go get him. Hold on.
Beerus. Yeah, Beerus is special.
I know, I'm so annoying.
Bewa. Who's miserable? Who hates being in my head? Oh, do.
Hey, Beerus!
There we go. It's kind of a dog, right?
That counts. I'll allow
He's
it.
got the nub.
Wait. You named your cat Beerus, but it has hair?
Yeah.
Lies. Lies.
But he's gray and purple. Like his butthole's purple.
And I think Beerus has to roll a deception.
Roll deception.
Agreed.
Roll deception.
Yeah, yes.
Oh my god, what does he roll? He does knock shit off the... He rolled a 16.
I think we'll allow it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, Bella somehow convinced everyone that she's a dog, so, you know, it works out.
Alright.
Our mops.
Unfortunately, the raiding situation is a little wonky, so I'm gonna have to raid someone next time. Yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for joining us on this game. Do hit us up on the Discord to hang out and stuff, and share memes and talk life, and because there are tons of
GW's gonna do it.
Oh,
GW's gonna do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
he's just
gonna
gonna
raid someone.
he's gonna do the admin stuff.
If you want cat photos and dog photos, please join.
Yes.
Note,
He is so
everybody.
annoyed.
I'm gonna be signing off for the night.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Later, you guys.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, that's... Oops. Well, that works.